So we're going to see women sub 50 kilos in body weight. That's around 8 stone. And here are some of the athletes in question. In picture, Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine. She's one of the favourites. We've got a great lineup today. Numerous athletes here will be making their Paralympic debut. They're going to go head-to-head with lifters of far more experience, though, which does include Ukraine's Lidiia Soloviova, who seeks a medal in her 5th consecutive Paralympic Games. We've got China's Shanshan, as she bids to improve on her 2 bronze medals from both London and Beijing, and has impressive stats behind her. This in the athlete in picture right now, Katalin Mezei of Hungary. She is likely to be the first lifter that we see onto the stage. She is opening with just 52 kilos. We've got a big spread of weights, 52 right up to 102. And there is China's Ji Jianjian. She's posted 100 kilos to come in on. So in picture we've got 3 referees there with the flags. There may have been an issue with the lights by the looks of it, if they are using the flags. No, just testing, just making sure everything's working. So 3 referees, the lady sat behind the bench will be the head referee, and she'll be giving commands for the lift to start and finish. So here are the body weights and the start list of all of the athletes. The lightest, Zuray Marcano of Venezuela. The heaviest lifter is Ji Shanshan of China, weighing in at 49.69. And on screen now is the world record held by Esther Oyema of Nigeria. That was set back at the Commonwealth Games a couple of years ago, 126 kilos. She's not competing here. World standard is currently 99 kilos since the change in bodyweight categories, but we have 3 or 4 athletes due to start in excess of that, so it could be an interesting competition. Here are the jury. These are the guys and girls that can change the decisions from the referees. They will be overseeing the running of the competition. So less than 20 seconds left now before we get underway. The women's 50 kilo category powerlifting event. So the guys in the yellow t-shirts, they're going to be the spotters for this competition. We're going to have a main spotter that will assist where required, the athlete unloading, unracking the bar. The 2 side spotters, they'll link their hands underneath the bar, just follow it down and follow it up. They're there for safety. Or if the centre referee decides no, it's a no lift, they will ask for the bar to be re-racked, and then it's the spotter's job to do the lifting. They probably lift the most weights here out of anybody. So round 1 in the women's 50 kilo powerlifting category. Onto the platform, no hesitation, Katalin Mezei of Hungary. 36-year-old, competing in her first ever Paralympic Games. Don't have many results for Katalin. What a first stage to step onto. First attempt, 52 kilos. Well, great start to the competition. Good lift, 3 white lights from the referees. The referees must give a majority decision. pauses on the chest, then driven back to arm's length. A couple of things that we're going to need to look out for in this event are the level of the bar on the way up. Must stay absolutely spot on level for the lift to be passed. So Katalin Mezei, first attempt, she's in the competition, and there's the relief. The bar has now been loaded to 63 kilos. This will be first attempt for Zuray Marcano of Venezuela. 62 years of age, the oldest athlete in powerlifting. Such an inspiration to so many people. Just proves that age really is no barrier. Well, that's a good lift, 2-1 decision, and there's a big sigh of relief. At 62 years of age, the oldest athlete to be selected to represent Venezuela at the 2016 Paralympic Games here in Rio. Incredible lifting. Mother of two. She's an athlete, motivational speaker, teacher, and writer. Well, I bet she's got a few stories to tell. There's a big sigh of relief into the competition, no problems. So, words from her coach, last bits of encouragement. Come on, you've got this. Gulbanu Abdykhalykova of Kazakhstan, 43 years of age, makes her Paralympic debut here in Rio. Has realistic goals of finishing top 5. Would be very helpful right now if she can secure her first attempt. Entering the competition on 78 kilos. Best of 73. That was set back in the World Championships 2 years ago. Now these weights are flying up. Just need to wait for the referee's decision. And it's a good lift. 3 white lights. Safely into the competition. Just the celebrations. Just asking for somebody to release her legs so she can get up and celebrate properly. Lovely control on the way down. Just about makes it to the chest. Pauses before driving back up. Bar stays nice and level. Elbows lock out simultaneously. Great day in the office. So we are already up to 1.5 times body weight. Remember, these girls just 50 kilos in weight. Coming up onto the platform now for her first attempt, Rosaura Rodriguez of Mexico, 45 years of age. Another Paralympic debutant. Personal best of 87 kilos, set at the World Championships 2 years ago. Was hampered at the Pan American Games last year with illness, only managed 65 kilos. Coming out here on a big 80. So good signs that training has been going well. See the coaches using straps, they have 2 available. The straps are not allowed to pass the hip, across the hip or the knee joint. And they're used to help secure the legs in position to make sure that the legs don't come off the bench. The rules specify the head, the shoulders, the hips and the feet must stay in contact. Well, centre referee has seen an infringement. Maybe the bar not quite as level as she would like, but it doesn't matter. It's a good lift, 2-1 decision in favour. So if you're watching back home and bench press is one of your gym routines, what weights can you lift? Then work out what that is in relation to body weight. In excess of 1.5 times body weight here. We're probably going to get closer to double body weight as the competition progresses. This is pretty impressive in anybody's standards. Rosaura Rodriguez of Mexico, first attempt complete. So the lifters, once nominated their weight, they can only change that weight up to 5 minutes before the competition starts. Once it's set until round 3, where the athletes will have 2 opportunities to change weight. Coming onto the stage, Loida Zabala Ollero of Spain, 29-year-old. I'm going to question right now how her warm-up has gone, because she originally posted 101 as her opening attempt. So I'm assuming that something hasn't quite gone to plan, or she's maybe not feeling quite the condition she needs to in the warm-up, in the preparation, because she's lowered her weight here to 95. This has brought her out to start a little earlier than she probably anticipated as well. It's a rising bar. First attempt, 95. Well, competing in her second Paralympic Games, placed 5th in London, Loida Zabala Ollero of Spain is successful with her first attempt of 95 kilos, and a fist pump to celebrate. Good control on the way up. Needs to be careful. Right side of the bar to me looked like it came up fractionally earlier. Just to make sure the second attempt is spot on. A small smile she can afford herself. Still 2 attempts remaining. So Thi Quang Dang of Vietnam, 33-year-old. She had a great result at the Asian Para Games in 2014. Set a new personal best of 88 kilos to win the silver medal. This is her Paralympic debut. So choosing to use both of the straps that are available, help secure the lifter into position. 98 kilos now on the bar. Just 1 kilo shy of the Paralympic record. Well, it's a big heave to arm's length. Looks fairly solid, but there's a quick glance to the scoreboard just to confirm 2-1 in favour. The referees are positioned slightly differently. The head referee is just above the head of the lifter, and the other two either side in the corners of the platform. So they will all be getting a view from a slightly different angle. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Solid opening attempt from Thi Nguyen Dang of Vietnam, 98 kilos. So the bar is going up now to 100 kilos. If successful, this will be a new Paralympic record. Still quite a way off the world record of 126. First attempt now for Zhujiang Shanshan of China, 27 years of age. She's the bronze medalist from London 2012 Paralympic Games. She's the current Asian Para Games champion, also from 2014, where she lifted a huge 110 kilos, well over double body weight. This will be the first bodyweight lift that we've seen today in this category. Choosing to take control of the straps herself. Well, if she can go even close to her personal best today, she's going to be tough to beat. But this now to put her right up into the lead and to set a new Paralympic record. See the position that she's getting into, fixes the shoulders onto the bench. Big arch in the back, just to make the chest as high as possible. Technically it's less distance for the bar to travel. Well, it doesn't look easy, has to work all the way through the lift, but it's a good lift. 2-1 decision in favour.
A new Paralympic record at 100 kilos for
so lowers under control. And there's the lift that sees the first record of the women's 50 kilo category in the powerlifting.
2 kilograms, please. Rack height 1.
Anilheiros, por favor, montar a barra com 102 quilos. Suporte 1.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 102 kilograms. For the first attempt from Ukraine, Lidiia Soloviova.
So the bar has now increased by 2 kilos to 102. And again, if successful, this will be a new Paralympic record. Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine, 38 years of age, competing in Paralympic Games number 5. Does Lidiia have what it takes to medal at 5 out of 5 Paralympics? Indicating to the referees that her elbows don't lock, so that she won't be penalised for not getting full extension on the way back up. She won gold at the Beijing 2008 and Athens 2004 Paralympic Games, silver in Sydney 2000. and bronze in London 2012. Well, looks comfortable. There we are, 3 white lights.
Soloviova, novo recorde paralímpico na categoria.
There we go. Acknowledges the crowd as she walks off. She is now the Paralympic record holder, 102 kilos. The question is, how long will she hold it for? We still have 1 lifter remaining to enter. It's enough to hold the lead for a moment.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 102 kilos for the first attempt. From Egypt, Rehab Ahmed.
Rehab Ahmed of Egypt, 25-year-old, making her Paralympic debut. Fairly inexperienced, in fact. I don't have much in terms of information on the international stage. Somewhat unknown quantity at this level, but she is the lifter coming in on the heaviest weight, 102 kilos. This will equal the weight that Lidiia Soloviova has just done from the Ukraine. Rehab Ahmed is the lighter lifter on body weight, so would go into the lead. Using the full width of the bar, the athletes are allowed on those marks or inside, but they're not allowed to be right outside. The wider the hands are, the less distance the bar has to travel. Well, I'm not sure how the referees are going to see this lift. If they've seen what I've seen, it's going to be a failed attempt, and it is. Bar came up wonky, that's my technical terminology. The bar is not even all the way up. See here, the arm closest to us just got left behind a bit. The far side of the bar rising slightly quicker. Elbows didn't lock out at the same time either. Now we've seen some very strict refereeing so far here at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Well, that concludes the first round of the women's 50 kilo powerlifting category. We have a top 3 that have now been established. Here they are. In first place, Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine Paralympic record of 102 kilos. Shanshan of China 100. Phuong of the Vietnam 98 kilos, only a couple of kilos back down to the Spanish and Mexican. But remember, Ahmed of Egypt has the capability of getting up into the medal position if she can execute her second attempt. Round 2 of the women's 50 kilo category powerlifting from Rio Centro Pavilion 2. 62 kilos now being loaded onto the bar for Katalin Mezei of Hungary. Successful with 52 on her first attempt. Chosen to take a pretty decent increase, 10 kilos up to 62. coach and is applying the straps, Peter Farago. He's the national coach. Well, centre referee asks for the bar to be re-racked. It's disappointing. You've got to question whether or not a 10 kilo increase between first and second attempts was sensible. It's a huge increase at this body weight. We expect athletes to be taking around 3, 4, 5 kilos maybe. To go 10 kilos up was nowhere close to getting that back to arm's length, and the spotters had to intervene. She'll have one attempt remaining, and I'm guessing we'll see her coming out on the same weight.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 68 kilos. Second attempt, Venezuela, Zuray Marcano.
So bar is now at 68 kilos. This is a 5 kilo increase from her first attempt. Zuray Marcano of Venezuela, 62 years of age. Her impairment is the result of the effects of polio. She was a Paralympian back in Sydney 2000. There's a lifetime personal best of 75 kilos, but that was set 6 years ago, back in 2010. 68 now being attempted on a second attempt. Well, that's not going north anytime soon. It's a shame. It would be nice to have seen her get closer to an all-time best. 5 kilos again, it's a big increase, only 50 kilos in body weight. Clearly a weight she felt she was capable of. She doesn't have it in her today. I'm not sure we're going to see a third attempt successful either. She'll have a few minutes to go away and recompose.
Thank you. The bar is loaded to 81 kilograms for the second attempt from Kazakhstan. Gulbanu Abdykhalykova.
Barra pronta com 81 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Abdykhalykova, Cazaquistão.
From Mexico, Rodriguez.
So clearly enjoying the experience. We have a lifter from Kazakhstan, Gulbanu Abdykhalykova. Sometimes the athletes find that by being more relaxed, it helps them perform better. Different athletes get wound up, get psyched up. Others like to stay calm and composed. When asked the reasons for taking up powerlifting, she said, "I decided to do the sport myself. Achieving goals and winning medals became my dream. Ambition to finish top 5 here in Rio." Well, she's currently sat in 6th place. Second attempt, 81 kilos. Well, it looks pretty solid. Do the referees agree? Yes, they do. 3 white lights. Well, in 1994, she suffered a spinal cord injury that led to paralysis of her lower limbs. Great to see her enjoying this experience and lifting superbly well. Powerlifters here in Rio, pretty much across the board, can lift more than their able-bodied counterparts in the same bodyweight category. Tremendous second attempt. This is more than anything she's ever done on this kind of platform. 1 attempt still remaining.
Thank you, the bar is ready. 82 kilos, second attempt from Mexico. Rosaura.
Barra pronta com 82 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Rodrigues, do México.
Lifter to follow. Zabala, Ollero, Spain.
Prepara Zabala.
So onto the platform now. Second attempt with 82 kilos. This would put up ahead of Abdykhalykova of Kazakhstan that we've just seen, successful with 81. So 82 now on the bar. Rosaura Rodriguez of Mexico. Impaired muscle power in the lower limbs. Certainly no impairment in the upper body. Absolutely smashed her first attempt. Just opted for a 2 kilo increase this time. 1 minute on the clock.
1 minute.
Coach just indicating that she doesn't need any support to unrack. Well, looks pretty sharp, and the referees agree. Good lift, 2-1. Nice control on the way down. Shows the control by pausing. You're not allowed to dip into the chest. The referees will be very, very strict with their decisions. If they see any dipping on the chest, they're likely to fail it. Nothing wrong with that. So, bar being increased now. 6 kilos up from her previous attempt, 95 to 101. This will bring out Spain's Lidiia Ollero. Personal best of 99 on the world stage, so this is going to test her. After becoming a person with paraplegia, she wanted to take care of herself and become independent. Realised that in order to do this needed a good degree of strength, so she started lifting weights. Hasn't looked back since. Her philosophy, nothing is impossible. With that kind of mindset, coming into a new personal best lift, let's hope she can succeed. Well, very strong to arm's length. Are the referees happy? That's the question. Oh, what a shame. No, they're not. I think in this group we've seen lifts past would have been less level than this. That's a shame. Pause nicely. Well, so close. Maybe a little bouncing on the chest, that may have cost her. The bar looked pretty level. May have been the movement on the chest that cost her there. Just needs to be a little more disciplined. I'm sure we're going to see her give that a really good attempt on a third lift. So now we are up to the lifters who are currently holding the medal positions. So onto the bench now, we have Linh Phuong of Vietnam, 33-year-old. 98 was a good lift in the first round, has now opted for 102. This will equal the Paralympic record. Well, there's a double bodyweight lift. Is it good enough to satisfy the referees? Yes, it is. 2-1 decision in favour. That moves her now up into the silver medal position, ahead of China's Shanshan, who we're going to see shortly. Great control on the chest before driving back to arm's length. Improves her position in the 50-kilo class. The Rio 2016 Paralympic Games.
Barra pronta com 102 quilos para a segunda tentativa de Ahmed do Egito.
Lifter to follow, People's Republic of China.
Well, a lifter under pressure now, coming onto the platform for her second attempt. Rehab Ahmed of Egypt, 25-year-old. There's high hopes here. Started her campaign on 102, was failed. The bar did not come up evenly. Sensibly has opted for the same weight again. If successful, this would put her up into the bronze medal position. Would only equal the weight. Linh Phuong of Vietnam. But Ahmed is the heavier of the two lifters, so this would be good enough for a bronze medal position. Needs this lift. Strong to unrack. Well, again, went to arm's length comfortably enough, looks to the scoreboard, and this time it's a good lift. 3 white lights, and she's in the competition. While demonstrating the discipline required to overcome the issues in her first attempt. Up into the medals. Question now, is it going to be good enough to stay there? Does she need a few kilos more? So we have 2 lifters remaining now. in round 2. China, we have Ukraine.
The bar is loaded, 103 kilos, second attempt from People's Republic of China,
Zhu Sansan of China has just been forced out of the medals, currently sits now in 4th position. Her ambition to win gold at the 2016 Rio Games. Her impairment, the results of the effects of polio, diagnosed when she was aged 4. She has a point to prove here, smiling to the referees. Always nice to keep the referees on your side, I guess. Smiling on the outside, fairly sure she'll be like a duck underwater on the inside. So 103 kilos, 3 kilo improvement from her first attempt. If successful, will be a new Paralympic record. And we'll put her up into silver medal position. Well, this may go to arm's length, but I'm not sure the referees are going to look favourably. There's a big tip on the bar, and they failed it. Well, that would have been enough to get her back up into the medal. She's now under some pressure with only 1 attempt remaining. Fine to there, fine to here, and then the arm closest to her started to go ahead. That's where we see the tip on the bar. She would have felt it as well. It was a big effort, but not to be.
She currently holds the Paralympic record at 102. She wants 5 more kilos.
I think any spirit level would tell you that that bar was definitely out of kilter. Left back on 100. She's out of the medals at the moment.
7 kilos from Ukraine, Lidiia Soloviova.
So the lifter coming onto the platform now for her 3rd and final attempt. This will conclude the 2nd round. Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine. She is still ranked in number 1. She is currently sat in the gold medal position. She holds the Paralympic record, but has chosen maybe a risky 5 kilo increase. Clearly feels strong enough. If successful, this will be another Paralympic record and an extension of her current lead. Well, looks comfortable, doesn't it? Waits anxiously for the referee's decision. Was it ever in question? High five from the coach. Takes a commanding 5 kilo advantage now into the 3rd round. Surely that is going to be enough for the gold medal. Anything is possible though. You need to sit tight. Great control. Nicely driven back to arm's length.
Rack height 12.
Banheiros, por favor, montar a barra com 62 quilos.
Well, there's a new Paralympic record, 107 kilos.
Thank you. The bar is
Well, that concludes round 3 of the women's 50 kilo category here in Rio.
Katalin Mezei.
Barra pronta com 62 quilos.
And these are the current standings after round 2. Lidiia Soloviova of Ukraine, 107 kilos, the new Paralympic record. In second place we have Thi Phuong of Vietnam, currently back on 102 kilos. And Rehab Ahmed of Egypt in third place, also 102 kilos, but separated by virtue of lighter and heavier body weights. So we've got the women's 50 kilo category powerlifting event taking place here live from Rio Centro Pavilion 2. Round 3 about to get underway with Hungary's Katalin Mezei, 36 years of age, successful with 52 on a first attempt. Quite simply, nowhere near on the second attempt. She's opted for the same weight again here. Third and final lift. And again, not to be, centre referee has to ask for the bar to be re-racked. Pain with her shoulder, let's hope she hasn't really hurt herself. Clearly uncomfortable. Controls to the chest. Drives as hard as she can, just not to be. And loaders have to take the bar. So she's going to be left back on 52 kilos. Happy to have a total, but unable to progress much further. The bar is now being loaded to 68 kilos. This will bring out Venezuela's Zuray Marcano, 62 years of age. Yes, you heard that correctly. What an inspiration to many. Successful with 63 on a first attempt, failed 68. Third and final lift, same weight. Let's see what the referees make of that. Oh, so unlucky. Strong enough to get it back to arm's length, but not to be. Well, there's a wry smile. What more can be asked? Well, let's hope we see her back again in 4 years' time. If so, the age of 66. Just hope that that has inspired many people around the globe to get back involved in sport. Physical activity is a great way of staying mobile, staying strong, keeping muscle tone, muscle definition, remaining independent. So coach just sending her off around the media zone. We'll have to pass through the cameras and the people requesting interviews.
Barra pronta com 85 quilos para a terceira tentativa de Rosaura do México.
Rosaura Rodriguez of Mexico, 45-year-old, coming out now for her third and final attempt. 80, good lift. 82, great lift. 85, well, that's what's being asked of her this time. 2 children watching back home. They'll be supporting and encouraging mum. Well, it may be slow. The speed is irrelevant. The bar can even pause on the way up. What can't happen is for it to go back down or to tip. Well, I'm assuming there was a bit of a tip there on the bar. It's got to come up dead level. Pauses on the chest. Just there, started to lose control a little. What a shame. 2 out of 3 lifts successful. We'll have to wait another day for the 85. She'll finish up in 6th place.
For the 3rd attempt from Kazakhstan, Gulbanu Abdykhalykova.
Barra pronta, 83 quilos para a terceira tentativa de Abdykhalykova, do Cazaquistão.
So, the lifter from Kazakhstan, Gulbanu Abdykhalykova, 43-year-old, seems to be enjoying this occasion more than anybody else. In 1994, suffered a spinal cord injury that led to paralysis of her lower limbs. Not letting that affect her one bit here. Slight confusion over the weight that's been requested. I've got it down that she's asked for 83 kilos. 20 kilo bar, 25 reds, with the collars at 70. What have we got on the end there? 75, 78. Am I missing something? 70, no, that's correct. Sorry, 70, yep, that's 83. Bar is now loaded correctly, 83 kilos. I think what the centre referee was saying is the lifter should have come off the bench whilst the bar was being loaded, but it's done now. Well, it's driven to arm's length, looks pretty level to me, but I'm no referee, so let's wait for the final decision. Oh, goodness me. Well, I thought that was there. She's looking puzzled as well. Let's have a look on the way down, under control. Does it get to the chest? Just pauses, no chest movement. Well, I thought that looked pretty level. I think we need the spirit level out to determine that. The referee's decision is final, and unfortunately she's left back on 81 kilos. And she'll find herself down in 7th place. But in a Paralympic debut, lots of experience to have had. I'm just looking here, actually the coaches are paying their way to request a jury to have a look at that. So the appeals procedure is, if the coach isn't happy or the lifter's not happy with the decision, they can request an appeal to the jury. It does cost them, I think it's €100. So under some serious pressure right now, she may be smiling. I'll tell you what, Shanshan of China, 27-year-old, out of the medals as things currently stand. 103 would put her up into the silver medal position. She would then have to sit back, watch and wait while the remaining athletes take their attempts. Failure with this, and she's out of the medals. And again, we've got confusions over the weight. I'm afraid the reds and the yellows with the collars make 105, and 103 is the weight that's been requested, so a mistake by the loaders. Good job, the centre referee is switched on, taking note of what's happening. Shanshan of China, third and final attempt, 103, this for a medal position. can she drive it back to arm's length? Yes, she can. The centre referee almost asked for the bar to be re-racked. Is it good enough? No. What a shame. Unable to get herself back up into the medals. Had her sights set on winning gold here in Rio. Unfortunately, is going to be going home empty-handed.
103 kilos, rack height 11.
Big drive, kept pushing, didn't give up on it. At this point, the centre referee had her hand up, ready to say rack. Wasn't needed. An uneven bar on the way up has cost her a chance to get into the medals. There, just starts to lose the position there. You can clearly see the left side higher than the right. She knew it. So, fourth place finish is where she's going to have to be content. So, Spain's Loida, Zabala, Ollero. She's here in an attempt to try and spoil the party. Current silver and bronze medal positions are held with 102 kilos. Ollero Zabala has now chosen 103. This to put her up into silver medal position. She's now in unknown territory, has not lifted this weight before. Failed with 101, has gone up regardless in an attempt to medal. Well, she's strong for it. What do the referees make? Is this enough to put her in medal contention? Oh, goodness me, no, it's not. Well, she's asking the question, what was wrong with that? I'm afraid I can't give you the answer. Looked good to me, but hey, I'm not on the platform, I'm not refereeing. It may have been slow, speed is irrelevant. It looked as level as you can get. Maybe they saw another infringement that we didn't see. Small bounce on the chest, maybe.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 104 kilos, third attempt. From Vietnam, Phuong.
So this brings us now to the business end of proceedings. Those lifters who have vied for a chance to get in the medals have been unsuccessful. The medalists have been decided. Vietnam, Egypt, Ukraine. The question is, what will the colours be? What will the order be? First up is Vietnam's Thi Quang Dang. Successful with 98. 102 has now gone to 104. This to maintain her silver medal position. Well, tremendous effort. Again, let's wait for the referee's decision to be sure. And they failed it. I think that was on uneven bar on the way up. Well, she still holds the silver medal position. Nothing changes as far as she's concerned.
105 kilos, rack height 11.
Whether successful or not, her position would not have changed. The only thing that has now affected is that Rehab Ahmed of Egypt, who was going to be coming in on 105 to go a kilo ahead if that lift had been successful, has now brought her weight down to 104.
104 kilos, rack height 11.
So racks being adjusted, weight being changed. Selection now is 104, and this is going to bring in our current bronze medalist, Rehab Ahmed of Egypt. She wants to go one better. If she's going to go for the silver, she needs to succeed with this lift. So the coach just asking the crowd to come on, get noisy, let's get behind Rehab. She needs this lift to go into silver medal position to push Phuong Dang from Vietnam down into bronze. So just going into her own mental zone.
1 minute.
This for the silver medal. Well, goes up so strong. Was it even? Looks to the scoreboard, looks for the referee's decision. Yes, it is. Into silver medal position. Egypt's Rehab Ahmed, 104 kilos. And after a disappointing start, missing 102, she's corrected the mistakes and has probably got herself into the best position possible. Great control on the way down, aggressive on the way up. Tremendous degree of focus to execute. Well, there we are. There's your silver medalist. That leaves only one lifter in the competition now. A lifter that we know has already taken the gold medal. The question is, how far is she able to go? Well, there we are. Happy smiles at last.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 112 kilos.
So the bar is loaded. The weight that has been requested, 112 kilos. This to bring out Ukrainian Lidiia Soloviova, 38 years of age, competing in her 5th Paralympic Games. I asked the question at the start, does Lidiia Soloviova have what it takes to make it 5 out of 5 medals at the Paralympics? She was gold in Beijing 2008, gold in Athens 2004. To settle for bronze 4 years ago. But here in Rio, she is once again the Paralympic champion in the women's 50 kilo category. 112 kilos, Paralympic record attempt, personal best attempt. Wow, so strong. The bar was definitely level. The referee's happy that it was locked out. No, they're not. And I think she knew it as well. Well, what a shame. See where the bar starts, just above the racks. Where does it finish? Well, a good inch or so shorter than where it started. That's what the referees will have been looking for. And we appreciate there isn't a full elbow lock. It still needs to start and finish in the same place. And that is a little on the short side. Well, that's irrelevant. There is your Paralympic champion. Brilliant lifting from Lidiia Soloviova. Gold medal. What more can you ask for? 3 times now a Paralympic champion.
Voters, please. 108 kilos for a record attempt. 108 kilos.
So she is, however, being permitted another lift. No, I tell a lie. Lidiia Soloviova, I think, is calling it a day. But okay, what's going on here? Rehab Ahmed of Egypt has requested 108 kilos for a 4th attempt. This is allowed because her previous attempt in the competition was within 10 kilos of the current record. So this for a new Paralympic record. It doesn't change the proceedings in terms of where the medals have gone and what's been lifted. This is outside of the competition. 4th attempts are permitted for records. And when you train this hard, your body into this kind of shape, only happens once, maybe twice a year. You want to take full advantage, push for any records you possibly can. Just looking at the scoreboard, Lidiia Soloviova has also requested a record attempt with 109. I'm guessing that we will see her come out again if Rehab Ahmed is successful with this 108. So this outside of the competition, but for a new Paralympic record. Can she be successful? Well, it's gone to arm's length. Is it enough? 4 kilos up on the weight that she finished with in the competition. Oh, anxious looks to the scoreboard. It's not to be. Referees have deemed the bar to travel uneven on the way up. Well, she's clearly shown that she is capable.
Voters, another kilo, please. 109 kilos.
So the results in terms of records remain the same at the moment. Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine still holds the record at 107. She has requested 109 on a 4th attempt.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 109 kilos, 4th attempt, Ukraine. Lidiia Soloviova, a Paralympic record attempt.
So here we go, 4th attempt, again outside of the competition. But this to push her own Paralympic record even further. 109 is the weight on the bar, asking for the crowd now to get behind her. Come on! She just missed the 112 in the competition, reminding the referees that her arms don't lock. Well, again, goes to arm's length comfortably enough. Question is, has it gone far enough? No. Shrug of the shoulders. The key here is watching to see exactly where the bar starts and where it finishes, and that was a bit short of where it started. Nonetheless, celebration, fist pump to the crowd. There's your champion. Doesn't quite go back as high as where it originally came from, and that's the reason it's been failed.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seats for the upcoming victory ceremony of the women's
Well,
up
that
to 50
concludes
kilo category.
the women's 50
Thank
kilo
you.
category.
Senhoras e senhores, por favor, permaneçam em seus lugares para a cerimônia de premiação da categoria feminina de até 50 quilos. Obrigado.
So there's your winner, Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine. Wins the Rio 2016 50 kilo powerlifting category. Tremendous talent, tremendous strength. Well over double body weight. Challenge any female back home of the same weight to, well, of any body weight to go and try and lift a double body weight. Good luck trying to lift body weight alone. And here are the final results. The winner from the Ukraine, Lidiia Soloviova, 107. Paralympic record, Rehab Ahmed of Egypt, 104. And in third place, Phuong Dan of Vietnam, 102. Shanshan and Loida, Zabala, Ollero, China and Spain, respectively, finish outside of the medals. They gave it a good go, but it wasn't enough. Well, we've heard of the Mexican wave. Here's the Brazilian wave. Echoes around the auditorium here, Rio Centro Pavilion 2. Crowd clearly enjoying what they're seeing. And they're going to hang around now for the medals.
The organizing committee for the Paralympic Games thanks all volunteers for their efforts, dedication, and commitment.
A organização dos Jogos Olímpicos e Paralímpicos agradece a todos os voluntários pelo esforço, dedicação e comprometimento.
Have you had a great time here at Rio Central and Powerlifting? We want you to all come on back. Spectators wishing to purchase tickets to future sessions, visit the ticket box office or go online, www.rio2016.com/tickets.
Para poderem acompanhar as excelentes sessões de halterofilismo como essa, ingressos para todos os outros eventos estão à venda em nossas bilheterias ou pelo site www.rio2016.com/ingressos.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's 50 kilo powerlifting competition.
Senhoras e senhores, a cerimônia de premiação do halterofilismo da categoria feminina até 50 quilos.
Please welcome the medalists.
Por favor, deem as boas-vindas às medalhistas.
So making the most of their moment of glory. Parading out now for the medal presentation in the women's 50 kilo category here in Rio Centro Pavilion 2. The 2016 Paralympic Games. I present to you the medalists. We have smiles, we have emotions.
Board member of the International Paralympic Committee.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo membro do Conselho Executivo do
So,
Comitê Paralímpico
presenting
Internacional.
the medals,
Mr.
Mr. John Peterson, the IPC governing board member.
Accompanied by Chair, Sport Technical Committee, International
John
Paralympic
Amos
Committee,
from Great Britain,
Acompanhado pelo presidente do Comitê
IPC
Técnico
Powerlifting
Esportivo
chairperson.
Halterofilismo
Both will be
do
presenting
IPC.
the medals
Mr.
to
John
3
Amos,
thirdly deserved recipients.
bronze medalist representing Vietnam,
Medalha de bronze representando o Vietnã.
Thuong Linh Phuong.
Well, there's the smile. What a wonderful performance from Thi Linh Phuong Dan of Vietnam. 33 years of age, making her Paralympic debut. Smashed any previous bests by lifting 98 kilos on her first attempt, then succeeded with 102 kilos, narrowly missing the 104, being awarded the medals. She'll look on this moment having learnt so much, and I'm sure that we're going to see her back in 4 years' time, trying to go 1 or 2 places better.
Rehab Ahmed.
The silver medalist from Egypt, Rehab Ahmed. Tremendous lifting, attempted records in the end, not to be. Also making a Paralympic debut, quite inexperienced coming into this. Well, she leaves with a ton of experience. Missed 102 in her opening attempt, succeeded in her second, and was then also successful with 104 on her third attempt, enough to secure the silver medal.
Gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Ukraine.
Medalha de ouro, campeã paralímpica representando
Well, what can we say here? Lidiia Soloviova of the Ukraine, at 38 years of age, records galore, a lifter who has competed in 5 Paralympic Games, medalled in all of them. She's been champion 3 times now. You can carry that honour for the next 4 years. Will we see Lidiia back in Tokyo for Paralympic Games number 7?
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Ukraine.
Senhoras e senhores, o hino da Ucrânia.
Well, your medalist from the women's 50 kilo category. Unreal lifting by anybody's standards, in excess of double body weight. Gold, Ukraine, Lidiia Soloviova. Egypt take the silver, Rehab Ahmed, and Vietnam take the bronze with their athlete Phuong. There's going to be some celebrations as these athletes leave Rio. Go and refocus on the next goals, but right now they're going to enjoy every moment. Now to the formalities, the photos, the interviews, the applause. And they'll make the most of every second. And this concludes the women's 50 kilo category from Rio Centro Pavilion 2 at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Thank you for watching.
Pedimos a todos que deixem seus assentos para que possamos permitir a entrada dos espectadores para a próxima sessão. Obrigado.
The organizing committee for the Paralympic Games would like to thank you for coming and hope you enjoyed the event.
O comitê organizador dos Jogos Paralímpicos gostaria de agradecer pela presença e esperamos que tenham se divertido.